Hey, Patrick, how you doing today, bud?
Not too bad at all, buddy. So we're doing something a bit different today, aren't we?
We're going a little off beat. So we're going to be watching some heckles. Again, the fella by the name of Jimmy Carr. And we're going to show you why this is one of the smartest men in comedy. His breadth of knowledge is pretty incredible. And he's got some really poignant things to say. So I think it'll be kind of eye-opening for the American audience who doesn't know Jimmy Carr. You should know Jimmy Carr. He's on every panel in UK television, pretty much.
Yes. I think everyone in Europe knows who he is.
Yeah. If he's not on the panel, he's given the panel 9 out of 10 and all that stuff. So, all right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. See what his first thing is.
What's the most Texas thing I've done on this tour? Well, I don't have a sister, so I didn't really have that option.
Clever. Very clever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very much enjoying Texas. I mean, my only criticism would be, the excellent barbecue food, right? We can, so especially here, you really take some fucking pride in it, but the restaurant names are all incorrect. Every barbecue restaurant in Texas should be called the Impacted Colon. Fucking hell. It's delicious, but fucking hell, it's a commitment.
Yeah, I've been to Texas a few times. I was stationed out there, and great barbecue. Arkansas, too. So outside of Fort Hood, Texas, amazing barbecue. Outside of Leonard Fort Leonard Wood, amazing. It's like some of the best food ever. Kansas City style. Like, there's all kinds of really great barbecue. And he's right.
What about the sister thing?
That's more attributed to West Virginia, but any southern state you could punch the jab at, but only in Eastern Texas. In West Texas, they have football and Jesus. Football and Jesus. That's what they have in West Texas.
Football and Jesus.
Football and Jesus, yeah.
I know sister thing.
Here's what's funny. If you fly over Texas at night, you see two things. Giant football stadiums, and they're for high school teams, right? And like giant crosses, like huge churches, like just out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mega churches. I've seen pictures of them.
Well, not even just mega churches. They'll have out a cross or some other Christian symbol. But literally, when you're flying at night over the state of Texas, football stadiums and Jesus, they've got them both, both of them. All right. Let's see what the next one is.
Wow.
What am I going to thank America for saving our ass? In which particular war? What, sorry? All of them? Well, I believe there was a little thing called the Suez Crisis where you done fucked up.
Right. So tell them about the Suez Crisis, the Suez Canal issue.
Yeah, the Suez Canal Crisis. Yeah. It's actually 1956, this one's happened. So Egypt had this wonderful idea of they were going to nationalize the Suez Canal. So, but Britain, France, and Israel had a bit of an issue with that, so they promptly invaded the country and took control of the Suez Canal. And of course, the other major powers at the time, the United States, Soviet Union, and even the United Nations, all just threw their toys out of the pram saying, wait a minute, lads, you can't do this. So in the end, it was given back to Egypt, under control of Egypt, but with peacekeepers in place. So technically it was kind of taken off them.
Right. Yeah. You don't get to play with that toy anymore because you hurt people with it, right? It's got sharp edges.
Technically it's on their land, but when the big boys want something, the big boys get something.
Hey, Egypt, that's an international resource and you can't play with it, but we control it. No, you don't. You can't have it anymore.
It came to shooting war between the US and the National Force at the time. The US sent over a couple of conversation ships.
Oh, just to give them a little hey there,
the
howdy.
British and the French and the Israelis, to a certain degree, sent over their naval assets as well. So they came very close to a bit of a hot war over.
Well, there you go. That's prior to the Bay of Pigs as well.
Yeah. So the US did kind of back down and kind of, I would say, tail between the legs is what he's saying there.
A little bit. So, but consider that is horribly clever. That is pretty amazing. Oh, you guys clevered that one up just a bit, didn't you? Our Irish
At least he
friend
didn't
from
bring
the
up
UK.
Vietnam. At least he didn't bring up South Korea or the
Right.
Vietnam War or anything like that.
Right. So it was politic, but not like over the top failure. Yeah.
Not
Like,
over the top.
well done. All right. Let's see how he gets hammered on next.
Thank you very much. No, I think the way I see Britain and America, I see we are Greece is to Rome as Britain is to America, as Judaism is to Christianity. We had a bloody good go at it. We laid out the ground rules, and you fucking ran with it. We're very proud of you. Well done.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, y'all. we did do it great, but
I left out the War of Independence. But
well, that was that's the way back. That's bringing up old stuff.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a schism.
A bit of a hoo-ha there for a while.
A bit of a kerfuffle. All right, let's go.
Jimmy Kimmel. Well, it's a weird one, isn't it? It's a very odd thing. I don't know what's obviously the elephant in the room is the Charlie Kirk thing, and it's shocking. And I feel like I've got a dog in the race as someone that stands up in front of people and says controversial things. But whatever you think about Charlie Kirk, whether you're left or right, whether you agree with him on things or disagree about everything, you have to contend he was doing it the right way.
Right. Our episode 50 was on Charlie Kirk. You guys can go check that out. We'll put a link in it. But that dude stood up for his values, and he would have the conversation with anybody. And I think that Jimmy Carr is right. Like, you put yourself at risk now when you do this. The risk wasn't as bad before, but it has gained a lot of traction. If you say things that a lot of people disagree with.
In particular, what happened to Jimmy Kimmel was eye-opening on both sides of the aisle. That he made a lot of smart comments, and because the president took exception to them.
Umbrage, a little bit of umbrage, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and silent them and trying to get him fired. And it was eye-opening to a lot of people, especially to, I would say, most Americans who believe in the freedom of speech.
Well, I try and live that value. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm here, Patrick. I believe our voices are important.
Like, no matter if you agree, as he said there, if you agree or disagree with a guy, don't shut him down. Right. That's just the price, as he said, the price you have to pay to do business, as they would say.
Right. Engage in the concepts, bring something of evidentiary value and say, here's the thing I know. And if you can make me better, smarter, and more well-informed, I want that.
Exactly.
Right? If I'm just spewing off at the sock and talking out of the side of my neck, you've told me, hey, Alex, you're wrong. And I'm like, I don't like being wrong. You're like, well, it sucks, bro. You're wrong on this one, and here's why.
Yeah,
and I'm going to show you.
And sometimes what people say online or whatever videos there's out there, you agree or disagree, but you still have to hear, no matter how uncomfortable the truth is, you still have to hear it sometimes, as they would say.
Or even just an uncomfortable concept when somebody, you're like, wow, you're way off base. Like, you're way outside. Here, let me help you. Right? Not help you to the door, but help you conceptually, right? I want to help you drive your cognitive drive as best you can so we can have a better conversation. Right? I've done that to you. Hey, Patrick, you missed on this one. You're like, my Irish culture. And I'm like, well, I'm looking at it this way. Like, I know, not a fan of the UK on some things, bit of a potato famine, issues, problems, whatever. But there's a thing that an entity that you don't like might be doing, but they're doing it correctly. So you have to give them props for that. They're doing a good thing, even though at base you might not be a fan of that culture, place, or thing, right? So we got to get past those things, and it's difficult. We don't like that. Sometimes these things help us grow. Sometimes we just want to be whatever we are and not have anybody impose that on us. So
because I think in our last video, when we were on about the US and its relationship with allies and stuff like that, there was a lot of tough home truths there. And even I think you yourself felt a bit uncomfortable about some of the truths.
Oh, for sure. Well, we want our team to be the good guys. And sometimes you do bad things to achieve goals, right? Sometimes when you want to reach an end, you'll be like, that means now it doesn't matter. We're going to achieve the goal. But there's a way to do it right, and there's a way to do it kind of jackbooted thug conversation soldier style, right? But but I want to have good conversations, and I want to put these things out. And this dude is a catalyst for a lot of that stuff. He's willing to stand up in public and say uncomfortable things. So, all right, let's keep pushing.
Very American way. He was standing and talking to people, and I don't care whether you're left or right. That's not how I see it. I see authoritarian and I see freedom. I see people that want to have a conversation and people that don't. And I know what side I'm on.
Yeah.
Right. Let's be on the side of the talkers, right? That way we can actually reach compromises and have a better society as a whole, right?
Exactly.
On the Jimmy Kimmel thing, I think it's like, for me, it's, I don't know what's worse. Someone talking shit about Charlie Kirk, I can live with that. I have freedom of speech, that's the cost of doing business. People are going to say things you don't like or you find upsetting. Someone being silenced for saying something you don't like, I have an issue with. So it's, and I...
Yeah, that's not great, right?
No.
Clamping that down. If you can't have two sides of an argument, one side gets to be right? And we have a lot of that kind of problem in the United States with single-party states. Right, so we're going to end up with a situation where you have democracy between states, but not within those states, which is scary as hell. So here we go.
I wouldn't suppose to know what Charlie Kirk would think about it, but I imagine he would be on the side of free speech. That was very much his thing.
Yep.
And if that turns out to be his legacy, then good. That's a tough one. What, sorry? Lennox Lewis or Anthony Joshua? What? Who's a better boxer? I don't think I could take either of them.
Oh, I don't know. You think Jimmy might be able to handle his business against a 280-pound large man with boxing gloves on, maybe?
I think I already know where that bet will go.
He's a little narrow. He might be a featherweight or a flyweight. Maybe a bantamweight. I don't think he's up there in the heavies, so...
Oh no.
Did you just shout guns? Yeah. You're in Texas, son. There's two different schools of thought on gun ownership in America, and one side has guns. I'd side with them while you're here.
Seems a safer bet. In Texas, they have open carry laws. It's constitutional carry, which means the Second Amendment as it applies directly with no fetters. So when you're in Texas and you're a United States citizen, provided you're not a peace officer of some other state that has a restriction, you are authorized to carry a firearm on your person. Anything from a Derringer 2-shot to functionally just short of a bazooka. And if you can manage to put that bazooka on in a way that you could walk around with it, there you go. Welcome to Texas. Welcome to Texas. Well, other states have lots of pretty decent Second Amendment compliant laws. But there's other places that have strange after effects, right? So Arizona has laws where you can open carry, but if you use your firearm, there's lots and lots of restrictions and spaces and places where you can or cannot either exhibit or use lethal force, right? So if you're an American citizen, please make sure you know the gun laws of the place you are. If you can carry concealed without anything special, like in California, you have to have a special carry and conceal license. Arizona, Texas, other places, you can just carry that bad boy on your hip and walk around like a grown-up. But other places don't trust you with guns. Like, you can't have them. Even though the Second Amendment says, hey, if you can strap it to you, you can walk with it. Other places are like, we're afraid of your guns. And the more gun laws you have in your state, the more gun problems you have. Statistically, you can check it. The FBI crime statistics will show you that is exactly the case. Right, here we go.
Worst country in Europe. Worst country.
Ooh, this one's for you, Patrick.
Worst country in Europe.
What, historically?
Ooh.
Fucking hell. That feels like I'm spoiled for choice. The Spanish did a fair bit of Inquisition. I know we've...
The Inquisition, what a show.
Yeah.
I'm slightly forgotten about it now, but fucking hell. That was a business for a couple of 100 years. The Germans...
They did some work, yeah. Not all good.
Yeah.
Where would we be without a sense of humor? Germany. Which country's your favorite crowd? Well, I mean, America it's tough to beat in terms of enthusiasm. You're a very nice bunch. Yeah.
He just said not the smartest bunch, though. I heard that. It was implicit. You guys got a lot of gusto.
Yes. Yeah. You get gold stars, you know.
I like it. Well, no, it's
people. God love you.
right. Look at Johnny out there beating himself in the head with a 2x4. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Not bright, but woo, he's got a lot of enthusiasm.
Yes.
Again, it's like I play a lot in Scandinavia, and they're wonderful crowds, but they will just sit and watch the show. In the end, they go fucking mental. But during the show, it's like a fucking wake.
Well, they just hold their nut for the whole show. Ooh, that'd be rough. Yep. I've been on stage,
welcome to Scandinavians.
Well, I've done a little stand-up comedy. In fact, I'm a failed stand-up comedian because I'm not really all that well. Anyway, so there is lots of different kinds of audience. The ones that get drunk and like belligerently drunk and can't control their alcohol are the worst, because you get bad hecklers, and then you get really you get hecklers that want to be physical. They want to come up and holler at you and make some noise because they don't like some joke you told. So that's why there's a lot of good security in comedy rooms, right? Because, you know, somebody will show up and they don't really like your brand of comedy, and they want to tell you about it real close up on the stage, you know? So, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
Do I want to hang out after the show? Yes, but not with you.
That's funny. I'm going to hang out afterward, but not particularly with you, Mr. Enthusiasm, Weak Intellect. Thanks.
Yeah.
If I was a porn actor, what would my name be? Well,
Little Dickens.
What makes you think I'm not? It's one of my favorite things to do, actually. If I get recognized, occasionally I'll get recognized, and it'll be someone that knows they know me, but they don't know where they know me from. And if they're with a group of people, this is my go-to line. They'll come up like in an airport, and they go, I recognize you from somewhere. And I go, oh, I'm actually in a lot of midget porn. I'm the big guy. And they're all round, and I'm fucking the midgets.
That's very clever. I didn't know which porn he was going to go with, but that's pretty solid.
And they'll be with their wife and their kids going, no, I don't think it's that. I go, no, it is. I get this a lot. Yeah. I'm fucking all the midgets, don't I? You probably recognize me.
Well, he does kind of look like one of them dolls that people hold up, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, but you can imagine your man's face in front of his wife and kids.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Mark Maron? Well, Mark's love language is grumpy. He's always been a grumpy guy. That's fine. That's who Mark is. He's always dissing someone, but you've got to love him. He's fucking great. It's fine. He's an OG. He can fucking slag off who he wants. It doesn't matter. I mean, they'd be crazy not to take that personally. The fact that comics sometimes make a big thing about slagging off other comics. Are you familiar with the phrase, the narcissism of small differences? Okay, we're all doing exactly the same job, right? But it's like if plumbers go, oh, that plumber's fucking shit. You're doing the same thing, man. You've got exactly the same job. You've got more in common than you have differences. The fuck are you doing?
Right. So these kinds of phrases that he just spouts off like this shows that he's got a true intellect. Like, he is amazingly smart.
I've seen him on different news reports even over the years, Jimmy Carr. He's a highly intelligent guy, especially when it comes around. Yeah, it's just the way he puts it across complex ideas.
His delivery is really good, and he breaks down those complex ideas. I was watching him talk about certain kinds of freedoms, and when those freedoms get fettered and you can't access them anymore, how it's a huge difference, right? I saw him on Kill Tony, and he was just capping on folks, and he'll go anywhere, and he will clown on anyone. He's not afraid.
Yeah. Right?
And even if he gets caught on, they're like, you look like a ventriloquist dummy that couldn't get it right. He's like, ha, 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 you got me, fella. And then he'll smash the shit out of you. He'll be like, oh, you know what? You look like you got 6 chins and don't know when to stop eating. You look like you're just not afraid of sandwiches, bro. Like, you need to back away from the table. Or you know what I'm saying? Something. Way more clever than me. But yeah, really, really well done. Here we go.
Oh, very fantastic.
The narcissism of small differences. Yeah, it's silly. If comics slag off other comics, what the fuck are you doing? There's plenty of people to slag off.
Is that why you don't marry her?
Are you still annoyed I'm not married? It's only been an hour, love, since you last asked. Are you married? You are just shouting pussy now, which... What is what? Is that you can get both? You've never heard of reconstructive vaginal surgery? You've never heard of it? Okay. Well, you, madam, you may have a light bulb pussy. We don't know. Tell me there's other women I have to explain this to. Sometimes a lady will have a vagina. It's all very comfy on the way in, and then it's very expansive inside. That's called a light bulb pussy. And you can almost feel the paranoia in the room.
That was well done. That was, I use no foul language, but I really, really made fun of a demographic that's giving me shit right now. That's very well done.
Sorry, a lady just turned to a guy and went, "That's not me, is it?" I don't fucking know. Are you just whispering and it's picking up the echo from your enormous...
Holy shit.
That's a different kind of echo chamber she's got rolling.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
What do you do with all your money?
What do I do with all my money? I spend a lot of it on your mum.
Clever. He got into some tax trouble, so he started doing double shows, like everywhere he went, and he's like, "Yeah, I do one show for me and one show for the government." It was very well done. He's like, "I need to make more money,
wow.
so I'm just doing double shows." But he's funny, and he's got the stamina to do this, and
Yeah.
he is excellent. So.
That is a joke. She's a super cheap whore. Hello, I'm Jimmy Carr, and I'm announcing a new tour. It's called Jimmy Carr Laughs Funny, because, you know, I do. I go to jimmycarr.com for dates and tickets, and then, you know, I guess buy a ticket and come see the tour.
So,
definitely.
yeah, super offbeat,
wow.
super clever. If you have a chance to see this dude, it is worth your time.
Oh, definitely.
He is
yeah.
hilarious. All right, you got anything for the good of the people there, Patrick?
No, as I said, it's nice to do something a bit more cheerful, as they say, with all the news in the world is going on at the moment.
We
it's
need
nice
it
to kind of
sometimes.
have a bit of a laugh, as they say.
Yeah, we needed it. We needed it. So,
yeah.
all right. For Pat and Ricom, I am Alex Johansson. We are the A&P Gents. Like the like, ring the bell, do all the things, and subscribe and help us beat the algorithm. We are out.